Hey YouTubers, what's up? So in today's video I wanted to discuss a video that went viral a few weeks ago by Nicole Arbour. It was called Dear Fat People, and I wanted to talk about the psychology behind this type of humour. In psychology we call this type of comedy disparagement humour. It's defined as humour that puts down or is intended to insult another person or group of people. These sort of jokes, comments and humorous situations are always directed towards a person of lower social status. So now I wanted to briefly highlight what type of research has been carried out in disparagement humour. Now, the main bulk of research has been conducted on sexist attitudes. One study in particular, by Greenwood and Isbell, presented participants with a series of dumb blonde jokes and asked them to rate how funny they thought the jokes were. In the study, adults with more sexist attitudes reported that the jokes were more humorous and less offensive. Now, this demonstrates that if you find these types of jokes funny, then you tend to hold negative attitudes towards women, in particular blonde women, and their intelligence level. So now I wanted to look at specifically anti-fat attitudes which are socially acceptable in the United States and in the UK. This social acceptability still exists long after overt biases against other stigmatised groups have begun to disappear. For example, jokes about immigrants, ethnicity and those who are mentally disabled, blind or deaf have become politically incorrect and are seen as harsh or mean jokes, and people generally dislike this type of comedy. However, individuals who are overweight or obese not only report high rates of being the target of weight-related jokes and teasing, but they're also acceptable targets of animosity and bias in nearly all aspects of life, such as discrimination in the workplace. Now, a prime example of this is Katie Hopkins, who explicitly states that she wouldn't employ someone based on their weight. Simple dislike of obese people is seen as an explanation for anti-fat attitudes. However, research has identified that the belief of weight being a controllable condition is a significant predictor of negative attitudes towards obese people. So now that I've discussed anti-fat attitudes, I wanted to move on to the media's portrayal of overweight and obese people. Disparagement humour towards obese people is popular among all media platforms, not just TV and YouTube. One study by Fouts and Burgraff coded the body weight and interactions of 37 female characters on TV comedies. They found that the woman's weight predicted the number of negative jokes received from other characters, and that the audience laughter was strongly related to the negative jokes received. In addition, a study by Fouts and Varn found a similar relationship between male characters' comments about their own weight and the amount of audience laughter. This research suggests that the audience watching this type of comedy seem to find it funny. One study by Burmeister and Carels aimed to determine whether adults' appreciation or distaste for weight-related humour was associated with their existing anti-fat attitudes. They found that a dislike for obese people and a belief in disparaging stereotypes about obesity were associated with higher levels of appreciation for weight-related humour. So the majority of research seems to suggest that if you find weight-related humour funny, you most likely hold some form of negative views about obesity. However, there is a plus side to all of this, and that's the fact that the majority of people that watch Nicole's video put a dislike and said that they didn't like it, so most of the people out there don't hold negative views towards obesity. Thanks for tuning in to PsychWatch, and see you next time.